Canyon. How many have not gone to Chaco or do not know where Chaco is? I won't spend a lot of time. I'll give you some general orientation, I think. Chaco Canyon is located in the Four Corners area of New Mexico, Arizona. Here's Flagstaff, Grants, Farmington, Albuquerque. Chaco Canyon's in that big open area without any roads. In the ancient landscape, it was the center. And you'll see here, these little dots represent prehistoric towns, and it radiates out in almost every direction for up to 100 miles, in some cases well over 100 miles. And they have well-engineered roads coming in. This is just an overview. This is a large area of population center, and this is the metropolitan area, the downtown. I want to focus on Casa Rinconada because I want to talk about the sun and the moon and how it interplays here. We've already had several people refer to this. Now we get to explore it in a little more depth. Ray Williamson has documented some summer solstice sunrise and cardinal direction alignments, and very few people dispute the cardinal alignments. A couple of years ago, and started looking at the lunar cycle at Rinconada. I went ahead and did the altitude azimuth surveys, and then I immediately changed my work into declinations. So the moon comes in, and it forms this V coming in, and it only does this at the peak of the season every 18 years, every 18.6 years. This does not work now. It worked in 2005 when I got these photos. Now it does not work. The shadows are more out there, out to where the sun is. And then after another 2 or 3 years, the shadows will disappear. They won't go into, the moon shadows will not go into the windows. And they will not reappear in the windows for another 12 or so years until we get back to the major again. So this is what I've documented here, discovered. So I wanted to go over the known alignments at Rinconada. Now I am saying this as known alignments today. I'm not talking about the ancient alignments at this point, but we're talking about this ancient building and the known celestial alignments. The first is the cardinal. North, south, east, west are well documented in here. And just recently my friend Kirby told me that the golden mean is associated here. So I went ahead and sketched in Kirby Bacho's golden mean, and it's associated with the location of the support post holes. Very elegant alignment. Likewise, we have the summer solstice and the winter solstice niches. And now through my work, we have the possibility of the moon being intentionally encoded in here too. And the possibility of a lot more controversy and a lot more heated discussions over beers, which archaeoastronomers love. So I'm glad to be providing more fodder for the beer discussions that are going to be going on. The big question, were these celestial alignments functioning at the time of the building's construction and original use? This is a major question because of major problems. There's no less than 5 factors the way this building was rebuilt in the 1930s that just sort of throw these things into a huge gray area. And we don't know what's really happening. Yeah, I'll get to that one. But there is the location of the 5 factors that I've come up with. Not that these are the only 5, but there's 5 things about the architecture that we don't know because this building was rebuilt. The northeast window is unknown, location exact. The northeast attached room wall height is unknown. The support post exact position and diameter is unknown. The southern T-doorway height is unknown. Southern antechamber height and configuration is unknown. How in the heck can anybody infer intentional, sophisticated solar and lunar alignments from a building that looked like this in 1920? Yeah. We do have a little bit of a golden lining. Now, this gentleman in the dark hat From the last photo, he would be underground. So this is after excavation and before rebuilding. So we have some photographic evidence of the way the building looked after all the features were visible that were still intact. And several of the features associated with these alignments are there. But some of them are iffy. Let's have a look at those.
That was the south end, was it?
Yes, you were looking from the south antechamber towards the north. And the northeast window was in that shot. So with all these areas are problematic, none of these identified provide indisputable evidence negating the theory of intentional solar and lunar knowledge. In other words, you can't prove beyond a reasonable doubt that this was not intentional. But as all archaeoastronomers know, we can't prove beyond a reasonable doubt that it was intentional. Welcome to the conundrum of archaeoastronomy. So where does this leave us? Well, today, and I underline today, and I actually should underline can. Casa Rinconada today can function as an observatory, a gathering place, a large university-style classroom where these celestial events can be taught, shared, commemorated, and predicted. This can be done today, but the question is, was it done 900 years ago, and then similarly, was it intentional?